Hi, I'm going to show you how to make a marinara sauce. It's really a simple all-around tomato sauce. Okay, so I have a big pot here. Turn my gas up high. I like to put a lot of extra virgin olive oil in the pan when I'm making marinara. Some people put less, but this is how I do it. I like it with, I like to taste the oil, okay? So here you go. It's not going to be greasy. It's just going to really give it a good flavor. Plus, I'm going to be using a big can of tomatoes, which I think anytime you make any kind of sauce, fast or slow, make enough that you can use it for 2-3. I didn't show you how to chop garlic or parsley and basil because I figure if you can make a marinara sauce, by now you know how to chop garlic, parsley, and basil. So, I'm going to move the handle out of the way so you can see we're going to just start to get a little bit of color in the garlic. Like my father, who was a chef, used to say, when you smell the gas from the garlic, with his Italian accent, that's when it was time to put the tomatoes in. Again, I always use a large can of tomatoes, and I've told you before that it's equivalent to about 3 cans of 28 to 35 ounce cans of tomato. Use your choice of tomato, your brand. I love these tomatoes. They're right from Italy. They're imported to my distributor where I buy my stuff for August Restaurant. But you can use your choice. But I like whole tomatoes. It just gives it more of a fresh taste. You can use crushed if you like it smoother, but I prefer these. You can always get a burr mixer and burr them up to make them smooth if that's how you like them. But don't put them in a blender. If you put tomatoes in a blender, they're going to tend to turn orange. Now, unless you want that orange color, don't do it, okay? So, back to the garlic. Okay, so here's our garlic. You can see how beautiful it's bubbling away. And I see one little piece in there that's got a little bit of color. That lets me know that my garlic is just about ready. Because if that one little piece got by, you don't want it, because in 1 second it can turn brown. Okay, so now we're going to, you could smell it. You could smell it. That's the gas coming out. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, you see that steam? That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Stirring all that garlic. You can see the oil is beautiful. And believe me, that all blends right in. It's not going to be separated. It's not going to do anything but add flavor. Look at that. That is gorgeous. That is beautiful. See those whole tomatoes? You can see the big whole plump tomatoes. And then this is the tomatoes. See the oil? That'll come right off if you wanted it off. But you don't want that off, believe me when I tell you. But here is how thin the sauce is when it's, the plum tomatoes. Look at that sauce. That is beautiful, okay? So now, we got our tomatoes in. Now, marinara is a fast sauce. It's the base for a lot of Italian, sauces. You can turn it into arrabbiata. You could turn it into fra diavolo. I'm using it tonight because I'm cooking dinner for my friends Anthony and Marie, and I'm going to be making eggplant parmesan. And instead of using a meat gravy, I want to use this gravy. So now, for a fast sauce, I use fresh herbs. For a long sauce, I use dried. So I got 3 tablespoons of basil, and I got about 2 tablespoons of parsley. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to add that's about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And you don't need to overdo it with the black pepper. So it's just a pinch of black pepper. If your pinch is bigger than mine, there's nothing wrong with it. It just means that you like more black pepper than I like. You do it how you do it. This is how I do it, okay? Okay, so I put about 6 cloves of garlic, extra virgin olive oil. There's 3 tablespoons of basil, 2 teaspoons of parsley. Then, what I like to do really to finish this off is I also like to add a little bit of water. I don't know, I feel like it just takes out some of the acidity in the tomatoes, and it just really works well with the sauce. I do it all the time. That's where I really like to add the water. My mother always cleaned the can with water and then poured it in. I guess that's how I learned to do it, so this is how I do it. Our sauce is bubbling nicely. Keep it at a medium-high heat, and you're going to cook it for about 20 minutes. Okay, marinara is finished. You can see how it now came together as sauce. It's not so thin. See what I mean about all the oil? There's no oil like, you know, in this pan that is visible. So you know that it just all incorporated into that. And you can see how it thickened up a little bit, slightly. It's all you want. It's a very thin sauce. It's meant to be a light tomato sauce. Now, I cooked it for 20 minutes. I'm going to turn it off now. Stir it occasionally. And that's it.